One question. Welcome to another episode of One Question. I'm here with Steve Simon, who is our Secretary of State. So here's your one question, which is, how are the trade negotiations going with China?
I think you're thinking about the federal national Secretary of State, not me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do that stuff.
Okay, these questions aren't going to work. All right, well, welcome to another episode of One Question. I'm here with Steve Simon, who is definitely the Secretary of State of Minnesota. Apparently, his job is to keep our elections safe, secure, and fair. So before we get to your one question, do you just want to tell us what you're working on?
Sure. Well, it's really about investing in democracy. There are a lot of ways to do that. For example, I'm supporting legislation to restore the right to vote for people who have left prison behind, to give us automatic voter registration, things like that. But I think the number one way to invest in our democracy now is to make sure that our election system is free from an attack. Mm-hmm. And in 2016, we were attacked, along with a number of other states, by a foreign government. Our election system was. The good news is we passed the test. No one got in. That's great. Mm-hmm. But after that happened, Congress and the president stepped up and gave us and all the states a bunch of election security money. Okay. And our fund, or our number, was 6.6 million that we got in Minnesota. Right? No problem. Except that Minnesota is now the last state in the country to get that money. Put another way, we're the only state in the country not to get that money because the Minnesota legislature has blocked it. In the House, they gave us full authorization to use that federal money for election security, 100%, no problem. Why would anyone oppose that? We need it. In the Senate, not so much. Not you, but some of your colleagues in the majority have said, you know what, we'll give you about 20% of that money to use. It doesn't make any sense, and it's really putting a target on our back in Minnesota. We know this is a huge threat going forward. The intelligence community in Washington is saying unanimously and loudly, watch out, they're coming back, and more people are coming back just than the ones that were there in 2016. So we have to act, but unfortunately it's being held up by the majority in the Senate.
Okay, and so how much did the majority in the Senate give you?
About $1.5 million.
And so based on your experience, you were saying that 6.6 million is actually more than 1.5 million in terms of money?
If that's my one question, yes.
Okay, that is not your one question.
Okay.
This is just to define, the numbers.
Yes.
So, but let me give you one question, which is, wouldn't it just be easier and cheaper if people learned Russian?
No.
Okay.